sunshine and rainbows. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Diana and I teach 5th grade dual. I've been teaching for about 11 years. And if you have returned to this section, welcome back. All right, so it is Monday, November something. 13th. All right, so week before break, we are excited because this week is our last week before we go on our quote-unquote fall break. I've seen a lot of people have their fall break in like October. I guess I consider this, or we consider this to be our fall break. So we have the whole week, but on Friday we have something called a sip day. Which is, we do a half day. So the kids, we only have them till about 11:30, and then they go home, and then we stay in school from 11:30 till 3:30. But it's nice because it's, you get, I know they have like some stuff that you can do in terms of like, meetings or classes or professional developments or whatever. And then after that, the day is pretty much yours. So it's good for anything that you need to get caught up on, if you need to do grades or you need to plan or just whatever you need to do. It helps. So that's happening Friday. But we're only on Monday and we have to get there. I wish I could just blink and it'd be Friday already. But anywho, I digress. So today we're continuing with the 13 colonies in class. We are doing, this week we're doing the New England Colonies. So we did the Southern last week. The kids did pretty good. They were very into it. It seemed to go pretty well. I think the majority of my kiddos kind of got some information, but I have them doing like a mini quiz practice set today on Google Classroom. So I'm going to see, I don't know if you've tried those practice sets. They're pretty good because they give you pretty good data quickly. And it also, so it's not like a quiz, so it's like a practice set. So basically what they do is they answer the questions, and then I think it gives them the opportunity to re-answer or to kind of adjust their answer, something like that, where it gives them the opportunity to redo it. And so, but it shows you that they had to redo the question. So at least like, especially for math, I guess. I don't teach math, but especially for math, that would be really good, because then you would get to see what problems they struggle with, and you could at least know, okay, well, this problem has this, so like, it could help you pinpoint what struggles. So like if you're doing, division, and the kids get it wrong, at least it's going to be one of two things, right? They aren't dividing well, or they don't know their multiplication facts well, or they're not subtracting, because we've had those where especially when you're doing longer division. So anywho, so it is really nice to be able to see like what is confusing to them. So like in this one, because they have like those 5 questions or 10 questions, I believe I made it. I can look and see, okay, they didn't answer this one, so they don't know like that specific, question or whatever that I'm asking them. But it's basically like a review of what we've done, because they won't have their like end of unit test until we're done with everything. And then we're moving into westward expansion. So yeah, that's kind of why my school does the Lucy Calkins curriculum. But we're getting rid of it as of next year. So next year we're piloting it this year, or piloting some other curriculum this year. And then once they pick, they're doing 2. And then once whatever they pick from that one, then I think everyone will be doing it next year. So I'm waiting for that. Believe it or not, I know a lot of people have like issues with basals and stuff, but it's crazy. But I've worked on both ends, and I feel like this one's just a little harder because it's like having to find material, having to find vocabulary, having to find spelling, like having to find all of these resources to get your kids, on track is pretty difficult. And so, I've done it so long in, the district that I was in prior to this. I think there was only like one school that I was at that actually like had curriculum. And even then the curriculum that we had was like a little too high for the kids that I serviced. And so it was just hard. So, I was constantly still like differentiating and making things up, and not making things up, but like, finding other resources and putting them together. And so in this one, I'm kind of doing the same, but I have an idea, so that's the only plus. Like, I know that our second unit, we're talking about like nonfiction and informational text, and then we're using westward expansion as kind of like our social studies. But most of my teammates weren't on westward expansion yet, and I didn't want to move them to there, so I was like, well, let's do the 13 colonies first, and then we'll do the westward expansion. I thought that was a more better idea, whatever. So, but anywho, so I should be at school probably in about the next 10 or 12 minutes, and then I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. Yeah, it was a nice weekend. My kids were with my sister, and so I was able to get a lot of things done, like donating a lot of their toys, tossing out a lot of their toys, just because my son's birthday party is this Saturday and my Christmas is coming up, and so I just know that a lot of people are going to give them toys and stuff, and I'm like, we need to get rid of some before we intake some. So yes, so anywho, but yeah, so hopefully everything goes smoothly today for a Monday. I'll check in with you guys in a little bit, see how things are going. All right, have a great day. Hello. So it is lunchtime. So we made it to lunchtime. So I made it to my second class. So this was what we were doing today. The New England Colonies. Here, I'll show you really quick. So this is kind of what I gave them in the beginning. It had facts that we went over and reviewed. And then we read through the Mayflower, Pilgrims, and Plymouth Colony. And then we read through all of those. And then on the back, I just had them work with a partner. And we were looking at timelines and just talking about how timelines are really great for information because it kind of gives us a breakdown of everything. And so what I just had them do is I had them read them together with a partner. And then what they did was they took a crayon and they colored in the positive or neutral events in blue. And then, so like, for example, the Plymouth Company is charted by King James I. But then when we come to this one, many colonists die of illness due to harsh weather conditions. That is more of a negative. And so they would color this in red, and then the ones that they were positive in blue. And so that's kind of what we did. And then, aside from their word ladder and their cursive writing today, and then what I had them do afterwards was I had them write. So the point of this unit is to do an opinion writing. And so this was the graphic organizer I gave them, and they were to choose. So the topic that we chose, or that I chose for them, was like their favorite animal or like an animal. And then they were supposed to create, like, put the topic there, their topic sentence, and then some facts that they found, and then a conclusion. So some of them didn't finish. Here, I'll show you one of like one of my people that did finish, or that wrote a lot of information. So like, for example, this person, she wrote about spider monkeys, and then she said spider monkeys are very interesting animals to research, and then she gave a bunch of different facts, and then she kind of gave her little conclusion. So eventually I'm going to have them transfer this to writing an actual paper on it, just to kind of get an idea of researching and doing information. So as I read these today, I'm going to try to look and see if maybe she can add more information or ask her questions to kind of guide her thinking to do more research. Because eventually we want them to write a paper, like I said, an informational text paper on a specific subject. So I don't know which one I'm going to do, if I'm going to do one of the colonies, I don't know. And then eventually we'll also have to reutilize this when we do the westward expansion, because that's going to be a different one as well. But they're all having to know about informative writing. And so that's kind of what we did today. And that was pretty much all we had the time for. My nose is like constantly running and I'm just like, oh my goodness. I had some chicken tortilla soup and I don't know, it didn't say it was kind of spicy, but it was a little spicy. I don't know. So I had that, and so now my nose is running and I'm just like too lazy to get up and go grab some tissue that's over there. Don't know why. But yeah, so then in the afternoon we'll probably do the same thing all over again. We'll, go over this. We'll do the informative writing graphic organizer, and then that'll be it. And then we'll kind of, they also did the quiz on the Southern Colonies, and then we did like a quizzes on like compound sentences. So it looks like there was only 5 of them that really struggled with the compound sentences, and it wasn't necessarily them identifying them, because I think that they're pretty good at identifying them based on like the rules I gave them. I think that what's struggling with them is like if I give them 2 sentences, what conjunction to use. So it was like it had given them 2 sentences and I was like, which one's the best one? And, but, so, or, and so they weren't picking the correct conjunction. So like if one said, would you like to go to the movies or stay home? It would just say, would you like to go to the movies? And then the other question was, would you like to stay home? So someone had put like and as opposed to or, because it's giving you 2 choices. So yeah, so it was only about 5 that struggled with that. So that wasn't too bad. And then it looks like a lot of the kids did really well on the Southern Colonies quiz. Again, it was a practice set. So like they got to check their answers and see if they got them wrong, but just me surveying the room and seeing what everybody put. And then this was really great because a lot of my kids don't participate. And I have the same hands, like the same 3, 4, 5 hands that are up every day. And like, I've gotten to the point now where I'm just like, I see you, I know you have the answer, but I need to get other kids involved. So today, when we were reviewing the test after everyone had completed it, there was so many kids raising their hands. Like I think almost everyone. There was maybe like 1 or 2 that didn't, but everyone was participating, which means they know it well and they did really good. So I'm excited that they got a lot of the information from the Southern Colonies. So I'm happy about that. So I'm hoping that the same happens for the New England Colonies, but we shall see. But yeah, so right now it is 12:14. I got about 15 more minutes, and then I'm gonna head over and pick up the kids. Yeah, all I'm doing is just researching some wheel alignment places. I have to get my alignment done. My tires, I had to get them replaced on Friday, 2 of them, because like our alignment is off so bad that it's like wearing our tires bald. It's crazy. So we have to get that done, and I'm just researching that. But I'll check in with you guys at the end of the day to see how everything went. All right, catch you guys later. Good morning. It is Tuesday, November something. Sorry, just late start this morning. Not feeling the best. Sorry I did not record yesterday. It was just such a busy time. By the time I got home, well, I had to go get wheel alignment. By the time I did that, got home, or picked up my daughter, got home, just got the night together, made dinner, took my kids to the library because I had to go return some of the books that I had, so and the video games my son rented. So I just had a lot going on. By the time I went to bed, it was already 11-ish, and then woke up this morning, was very tired, just did not want to get up. And then I forgot my breakfast. I mean, thankfully I brought a smoothie with me, my Chobani yogurt smoothie. So I had that with a bottle of water, but I just I forgot my food in the microwave. I pre-made this like wrap, like egg and cheese and bacon and Cholula wrap, and I literally put it in the microwave and then I forgot about it to bring it with me. So, and then I forgot, my daughter had asked me yesterday for oranges. I didn't give her any because I totally forgot, and she forgot. And then today when I dropped her off at my mom's, she asked me if I brought her any because I had one in my bag yesterday and she wanted a cake pop, and I asked her if she wanted the orange instead. She said no, she wanted a cake pop. So I stopped and I got her a cake pop, but she also thought that I was going to give her the orange, and I did not put it in her bag. And so she had asked me for it, or she said, Mom, you forgot to put the orange in the bag. And so I was like, oh, I didn't know I was supposed to. Sorry, the sun's a little bright. And then yeah, so this morning she asked me the same thing, and like I had thought to do it when I was getting like my stuff together. I was like, oh, maybe I'll pack it for her, and I just totally, like I said, my brain is just everywhere. I can't wait. This week break cannot come fast enough. Yeah. And to top it off, I'll probably be like 5 minutes early, which stinks because I have to print out some stuff. I have to make my word ladders. I could just print out my word ladders, but I like to have the cursive writing on the back because I like the kids to practice. And so, and my IXL membership expired today, and I did a donor's choose, and I don't know if anybody else's experiences, if they've ever done a donor's choose, but like, you know, they add all the extra money on there, so it's like a lot more money they're asking for as opposed to what you're asking for. And so I don't know, I just didn't really get any and I mean, in their defense, I didn't promote it as well as I had done in the year prior. So this time around I didn't, and so now my membership has officially expired, I think today. So the kids are going to be asking about that, and so I was just gonna wait until after the holidays and then see about renewing it. I'm paying for it myself, but it is pretty pricey. It's like $480 for just 40 of my students, and so it's a lot, but I mean, I love it, and it works really well, and I don't know, I'm just having the best of days, but I'm hoping that things will get better. I'm trying to be faithful. I'm trying to think that, you know, it's, you know, what it should be, and it'll get better, and that'll be the end of it. Oh, and to top it all off, I have parent-teacher conferences this evening, which means I will be at school till about 7:30 today. So please pray for me. Send me all the good vibes, because I think I need them this morning. But I will check in with you guys at lunch later. Hopefully my day has improved and it's gotten better. And if it hasn't, I don't know. I guess I'm just going to continue to think about how to make it better. But I will, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. We made it to the end of the day. Sorry, I totally forgot to vlog on lunch, and it was just pretty busy, pretty intense, pretty crazy. But we made it through today. We talked more about the New England colonies. My hair is a hot mess, don't mind it. And we actually did a sort of kind of gallery walk, but we looked at some artifacts. So this was one of the artifacts that we talked about, was education. We talked about religion, because in the New England colony, they were very religious. So if you look right here, we had one, I'll show you. It was on religion, and then we had some Puritan women one, and then we had just some ways of life and like punishment. And so what the kids did was they had a piece of paper that had all of these questions. So if you look at the bottom of this, it says, what did the New England colonists believe was the purpose of education? So they were to answer these questions by utilizing that artifact. And so then afterwards we discussed it as a group, we went over it together, and then they wrote the reflection about what they thought of the New England Colonies Society. So tomorrow we're going to talk about the Salem witch trials, and so that should be pretty interesting. We'll see how that goes, see how the kids, they seem really into it, so I'm really excited. I don't know, I might maybe if we have time, depending on what we're going to be doing, maybe we'll set up a mock trial. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So I'm here till 7:30 today. We're doing parent-teacher conference. We should be doing them in about 20 minutes. That's when we start at 4. And then we're here till about 7:30. So all of my kids just left. So they cleaned up the room. So they want to win something that we do at our school called the Golden Broom Award. And so what happens is like whoever they feel like has the cleanest room, they award the broom for like a month or something. And so they were like saying they wanted to do it. They also, my other class, I don't know if you can see, oh, I can't zoom in there. They also, so like right over there, right there, they earned their whole class thing. So they earned all of their class apples. So they want to do a movie day on Thursday, because I won't see them Friday because we'll have a half a day. So I'll only see my homeroom in the morning, and then I won't see them in the afternoon. So yeah, we're just going to do these parent-teacher conferences, and then we are going to head home afterwards. I'll maybe check in with you guys a little bit later at lunch. If I don't, I'll try to check in with you guys when I leave here to tell you how they went. Today's supposed to be an easy day. I know I'm talking so fast. I feel like I am. Today's supposed to be an easy day. I think we only have like 5 or 6 students that are coming in because we've knocked out so many. And then I think Thursday is like the rest of our chunk. So I'm hoping that it's a little easy breezy. So I think what we're going to do tomorrow is, so I set this up right here, this little colorful thing or whatever. And we're going to do like a timeline of the Salem witch trials. So I think I'm going to just write them out on the board so they can kind of see them. And then we're going to discuss them and talk about them. And I have these really cool pamphlets that I'm going to give them. And it has like information. It has like information about the Salem witch trials, the accused, like what they're, the afflicted, supposedly afflicted girls, the accused, and then like leaders, their reflection. And so we're going to do that tomorrow. And then just kind of talk about that. So yeah, and I think that's going to be our day. Yeah, it's just been a really kind of a week. So we might just kind of go off of that or whatever. But we'll see. And then they're also doing, so I want them to do a informational piece. So I had them research like an animal that they want to talk about. And so like, for example, this student, she wanted to do cats. And so she found a bunch of facts about the cats that she wants to talk about. So she's just going to write like a mini little like paragraph to a page of like the facts that she found out about cats, because I want to get them thinking about writing an informational piece, because that's what they're going to be doing at the end of these units for the 13 colonies, and then again for the westward expansion unit that we're going to be doing shortly after. So that's pretty much what our day consisted of. But yeah, I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. Hopefully I remember, because yesterday was so busy, but hopefully I remember. So I will talk to you guys in a bit. Hey, it is the end of the day. It is 7:30 and I'm on my way out the door. My hair kind of sort of made it. Yeah, so you see I got my coat, my bag, my book bag on. I am ready to go. So it's a very long day. We actually didn't have a lot of people. We only had like maybe a good 5-7 people. However, the conferences were really long. They're only supposed to be only like 15 minutes, and they went over like a couple of parents went over a half hour. So that, I mean, I guess the good thing is the time went by faster, but there was less breaks in between, which kind of stunk. But anywho, your girl is out. Your girl is going home, and I'm gonna just relax, and then maybe do a little work, maybe create a PowerPoint, maybe. I might be overzealous, and then go to bed, and we're gonna do it all again tomorrow. Good morning. Today it is Wednesday, November 15th, and I am tired. Your girl is tired. Yeah, yesterday was such a long night. I didn't get off of work until about 7:30, and then I had to go to Walmart to pick up an order for my niece, who's doing like the party bags and decorations and stuff for my son's birthday party on Saturday. So I picked up an order for her, and then dropped that off. She lives with my mom, who's taking care of my daughter. So in turn picked up my daughter and headed home. So I didn't get home till about maybe like by the time it was all said and done, like 8:30ish. And just winding down, getting things situated. Thankfully, we had dinner or a late lunch at school. The PTA got us lunch for staying so late. They do it every year, and they're so nice and everything. So I didn't have to like cook anything, which was nice. But I didn't end up going up to bed until like 12:30, which wasn't my intention. My kids went to bed earlier than that. They probably went to bed maybe an hour prior. And don't come for me. My kids, since they were little, just unfortunately don't have like a bedtime. My son, when he was a baby, he used to have really bad night terrors. And he used to be, lately he hasn't really been, so we might like revisit that, but he used to be a really morning person. And so like if he went to bed at like 8 o'clock, he was up at 3. Like, he's one of those people that can function on 5 or 6 hours of sleep, which is terrible because, he's a baby or he's a toddler and he needs to sleep to grow. But yeah, he would just wake up really early. And so we found out that the later he went to bed, obviously the later he would wake up. And so that was kind of what we've been doing. And so, but lately, I don't know if because he's starting school now and his brain is starting to get like overworked with just work and routines and all that stuff. So now, like, my boyfriend says it is a little rougher to get him up in the morning. But again, don't come for me. He doesn't always go to bed that late. I try to at least get him in bed by like 10ish. Just so he can get like, because he doesn't have to wake up until like 8:15 or so. So he gets a decent amount of time. But yeah, so I don't know. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to go on a rant about my son's sleep habits. But yeah, so I didn't go to bed till like 12:30 because I wanted to create a PowerPoint for, I think I told you guys yesterday, I wanted to do a PowerPoint for the Salem witch trials. And so I ended up creating one, nice little cute interactive one that was nice. And so I created that, and then I went to bed. So I just woke up, and I've just been feeling this way probably for the past 2 weeks. And I don't know if anybody else has kind of felt this way, but I've just been really feeling like it's not that I don't want to go to work or this, not that I don't want to go and be around the kids and teach the kids. It's not it. I've had that feeling before at schools that I worked at where it was just, the behaviors were just so bad that I'd wake up and I'd just be like, oh my God, I don't want to deal with this. And I just didn't want to go to work because I didn't want to go to work. Now I'm experiencing something a little bit different. It's more so like I'm just tired all the time. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like no matter how much I sleep, it's just not enough. And I don't know, I wake up every morning and it's not so much that I'm tired and I want to stay sleeping. I do. But it's like I start to play in my head all of the things that are going to occur in the day and how like it already exhausts me before I even get out of bed. And I don't know, maybe that's my fault that I shouldn't be thinking about what needs to be done. But yeah, so like I'll wake up and I'll just, I'll shut off my alarm, and then I'm just thinking to myself, oh, I gotta shower. Then, I gotta get, my daughter in the car. I gotta get my lunch together. I gotta, drive her to my mom's house, and then I gotta drive to work. And, it's just like I start thinking about all the things that I have to do, and it just exhausts my brain, and I'm just like, okay, 5 more minutes of sleep, and it's just like, I don't know. I just find myself, struggling to get up in the morning. And so I don't know if anybody else has that or that habit, but I'd love to know. But anywho, so yeah, so today, like I said, we're doing the Salem witch trials. We're going to talk about that and just some of the craziness that was that. And then I also set up my slides for my groups so they can start working on their presentation on the colonies that they were assigned. So it'll be interesting to kind of see like what they come up with. They seem like they're very creative, and they've been wanting to do slides forever. Like every time this was the first time around, I guess, that I like had them write, well, second time actually, I shouldn't say, paper on the computer like, we're doing like just practicing informational text, and so I have them write about their favorite animal and like to find some facts and just write about it. And a lot of them were like wanting to add pictures to their writing. You know, some of them are like, oh, I want to make a slideshow, and I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm like, I want to see you type up a paper. I'm like, I don't want to see a slideshow. So it's been a little rough. So I think they're going to want to do a slideshow. So I'm sure they'll be excited about doing the slideshow. So I'll be happy with that. But yeah, so that's where I'm headed now. Just headed to school. I should be there in about maybe 10-ish, 12-ish minutes. And then I'll check in with you guys later to see. I did stop at Starbucks because I'm like, I need caffeine. I didn't feel like, again, one of those things where I was thinking about when I woke up this morning. I was like, do I really want to, make coffee? And, it's like I make it sound like such a chore, oh, do I really want to put the cup there and put the Keurig or, I do my cold brew. Do I want to get a cup and put ice in it? Like, it's bad. It's so bad. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm like welcoming this next week with open arms. It's my Thanksgiving fall break, and we get a whole week off, and I'm just like welcoming it with open arms. And my boyfriend's already talking about, oh, I'm gonna have this day to this day off, like what can we do? And I'm like, you're already making me exhausted and I don't want to go anywhere. But it's like, I tell him that, he'll just be like upset, because he'll just be like, oh, we're wasting time, we could be doing something great for the holidays. And I'm like, I don't know, is it my bad person? Because my idea of, getting, is not going out and having a whole bunch of fun, but just staying home and resting. I don't know. Anywho, I'll check in with you guys later. Maybe I'm in better spirits in terms of waking up this morning, but hope you guys are having a great day, and hopefully you're well rested, because I'm not. My hair looks disheveled, but we made it to lunch. I just realized setting up my phone to do this recording, and I just realized, so mini story, my kids, or maybe not my kids, I don't know. Long story short, the poppet on the back of my phone is gone. It broke and I had to peel it off. Oh, no, I remember. I dropped my phone and it broke off. I don't know how. So I haven't had one on. I haven't gone to the store to get one. And I just realized how much I miss having a poppet. And it's crazy because it's like when phones first came out, we didn't have them on. And I feel like now that they're on here, I can't do without. So it's just really frustrating to me. I have like a little stand, but normally sometimes I'll just put it on my computer and I'll just clamp it with my poppet. And I couldn't do that now. So I'm like, and then now I'm trying to figure out this angle, and it sucks. Anywho, so they did have leftover lunch from yesterday's dinner. So I was able to grab some of that. I had originally brought her lean cuisine, but I was like, I just save it for tomorrow. So I am eating the leftover lunch, or the leftover dinner from yesterday. So today was pretty good. The kids did great. We did do the Salem witch trials. We found some really interesting facts. We kind of went through the afflicted girls. We went through the accused. We went through the leaders. And then, so we just kind of filled in the blank on some of them that kind of came up. And then we kind of just discussed them. And then in the end, we asked questions, or we answered questions about, what we learned as a reflection. And so the kids were really interested, and they were kind of like shocked at like all of this crazy stuff. But they kind of understood why, some people, because they were like, well, why are they, confessing that they did? And I'm like, well, if you're scared and people are threatening you and they're making you pretty much confess, I'm like, that tends to happen, and you don't want to get punished. So you think that that's the best route to go, And so it was nice. We had a really good discussion. I think they learned a lot. This is my first group, so we'll see how my second group does. So I'm very boogery and my throat is like killing me. I don't know, it's just like I had like this really weird cough this morning and it's like coming and going. But I think because I speak so much during class that it's like doesn't get any better. But again, we are in Wednesday. We have Thursday and Friday, and then that's it. And then we have our whole week off. So technically I'll have like 10 days, which would be nice, but still have to get through another parent-teacher conference tomorrow. And we are completely booked, which means like it'll be back to back to back. I mean, we do have like a break in between because we have to put in a break for ourselves, but it's just gonna be a lot. But anywho, that was our day. We'll probably do it all over again. So I'll check in with you guys at the end of the day to see how my second class did with the brochures and the Salem Witch Trials. And yeah, so hopefully you're having a great day. And I think my day is going a little bit better. This morning I was like, forget this life. But today, or now, things are a little bit better. Put things in perspective. Things can always be worse. So we'll talk more about that later. All right, we made it. Maybe not so much my hair, but we made it to the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. And so my second class did really well with the Salem Witch Trials as well. They were really into it. It was great. They actually completed the brochures as well. So that was nice. And they had a lot of interesting questions. And they even at one point, oh gosh, where did I put this? Sorry, I'm just going to put this up so I can, don't mind me. Hold on one second. There we go. Yeah, so at one point, they were researching one of the first witches that were accused. And it was very, very interesting. So they were actually able to get information. They were curious, and so the fact that they wanted to research they wanted to research more about some of the history, which was great, because that means that they really enjoyed the lesson. And they had lots of questions, and I just feel like it went really well. So tomorrow, here, I don't know if you can see, hold on, I'm gonna show you in the back there. Let's see. Yeah, so all the nice blue blurb is, so they earned, so we do this class incentive thing I think I told you guys about, right? Nope, there. So they earned all of their apples because they did really good yesterday. And so they're gonna do a movie day tomorrow. Tomorrow's our last full day, and then Friday, we only have a half a day, so I'll have my class in the morning only and not in the afternoon. So I told them they can do their movie day tomorrow. And so they're gonna watch a movie, my afternoon class, and so they'll be in here. And so that's like their list that they voted for, or that they suggested. And then I'm gonna make a Google form and I'm gonna have them vote on the one that they wanna watch. And then whoever gets the most votes is gonna win. It's a long day. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish packing up and then I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go pick up my daughter, and then I think I think we're supposed to be putting our tree together tonight. I don't know, maybe I'll just be nice and go pick up dinner or something, surprise my boyfriend and the kids. I don't know, we shall see. I'm just really tired, and I'm just like, man, I have 2 more days, I have a day and a half. And I know tomorrow's gonna be really long with our parent-teacher conferences, but yeah, I will, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow to let you guys know how that goes. We're fully booked, so like every spot is taken. So aside from our lunch, which is I think from 4:30 to 5:30 or something like that, maybe, or like 4:30 to 5:15, something like that. We'll have parents. So other than that, that's gonna be our only free time. So yeah, so yeah, I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Yeah, so have a good rest of your Wednesday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning and happy Thursday. Today it is November 16th, and today is our last and final day of parent-teacher conferences. So if you've been watching, we've had 3 already this week and last week. So we've had 2 last week and we have 2 this week, and today is our final day, and then tomorrow is our half day. And then we are on Thanksgiving break, which I cannot wait. I've just been so tired, and I just feel like I'm not catching up on sleep no matter what I do, and I just feel under the weather, and like I'm not really like sick, but I know I just don't feel 100%, and I'm just dying to like get to fall break and just kind of enjoy myself and not stress too much, and you know, just relax or whatever. So I'm hoping that is what God has in store for me, because that's what I need. So today we are continuing with the New England Colonies, but today we are doing our review of them. So they will get another pamphlet kind of similar to what we got yesterday. But this one is just going to give them a bunch of information, like basically sum up what we've talked about the past couple of days, and then they're just going to answer some questions about everything that we've talked about. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them do that today, and then maybe tomorrow I'll have them, because it's a half day, I'll have them do like that little practice set like I did with the other one, just to kind of, sorry, the sun, it'll be gone soon. Yeah, so then I will be able to kind of just assess and see where they are. They did really good with the Southern Colonies. There was only maybe about 5 kids who had to retake the excuse me, the practice set questions. They struggled. They had to answer them a few times, but they were kids that I already know struggle, so you know, so that was good. And some of the other kids actually that do struggle actually didn't struggle too much, so I was okay with that. So I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, for me, it's that they understood what we went over. They took, you know, they grasp the concept, they're able to comprehend it, and you know, if I ask them questions about it, they're able to answer those questions about it, and they remember it, and that's what's important for me. So at least what we're doing right now. So yeah, so we're just gonna wrap that up, and then I think I'm just gonna have them finish up, because they have these spelling packets and vocabulary packets. So I gave them last week. So I gave them, normally it's usually a week, but I knew that the break was coming, and so I just gave them 2 weeks. So I'm hoping that we can get those done, and then we should be done with that. And then tomorrow, I don't know, excuse me, I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. See, I told you I'm under the weather. Not really sick, but just under the weather. Yeah, I don't know what we're really doing tomorrow. We'll see what we kind of come up with or whatever. Maybe we'll come up with a fun Thanksgiving activity to do. I've seen a lot of those ones on social media where they have like the turkey, and then they have like the feathers, and you use the feathers for whatever you want to use. Excuse me. So, excuse me again. So yeah, so maybe we'll do something like that. I'm not sure. I will see what we get or whatever. But I will check in with you guys at lunch, and just to kind of see where things are going. Hope you're having a great day, and hope you're excited for this fall break, if you are going on fall break. I'll see you guys in a little bit. So we made it to lunch. Oh, I don't know if I showed you guys these earrings. My little give thanks earrings for Thanksgiving. I'm eating my lean cuisine that I brought. I also brought some soup, but I had actually left this here the other day because I had forgotten we were getting dinner, and so I didn't eat this. Or we ended up getting lunch from the dinner prior, so there was like leftover. So I ate that, and I didn't eat this yesterday. So I'm eating this today. Now I'll probably eat my soup later, since I'll be here till about 7:30. But it'll be a long day, But overall, the kids were good. We just reviewed the New England Colonies and what we had talked about. And then they were working on their presentations. And that was about it. My afternoon class, since they earned a movie day with their poster, they're going to watch a movie. We're going to have to re-vote on it because some of my kids went into my Google form and voted several times for a movie. And a lot of the other kids were really upset because they were like, well, we don't want to watch that movie. And this particular person went on and voted like X amount of times. And so I'm going to probably have to have them do a re-vote today. So we'll see. But yeah, that's about it. So it'll be a long day. I'll check in with you guys later during my lunch at the end of the day. So just let you guys know how things are going. But all right, we made it to the end of the day. Not the end of the day for me, but the end of the day for students are gone. So my afternoon did not go as planned. So my students, my second pair of students, decided to, so remember I think I told you guys about movie choice and all the whole Google survey and all that good jazz. So one of my students thought it was a cute idea to go ahead and vote for one movie and vote numerous times. So we were going to do a revote. But my kids decided to have this big fight going on. And so at recess, they were antagonizing the boy who voted a bunch of times for the movie. And like him and his friend, they had voted for the movie. And so they were just antagonizing him and telling him that they didn't like the movie and that it sucked and it was for babies and just everything under the sun. And he got upset. And so he ended up like doing some sort of like soccer sweep kick and like kicked someone or hit someone. And then it just went from there. And then, you know, she hit him back and it was just chaos. It was just chaos. And so now they come back from recess lunch and that's when I get them. So then I find this out. And so now I was like, we're not doing a movie. We're not doing a movie. And I was just floored at the fact that it went that far, considering that it wasn't even a big deal, because I had already told them that we were going to re-vote. So it wasn't like that was the choice and that they lost their choice and now they have to watch this movie. So that's the first thing. Second thing, they just, like, the fact that, like, they had no respect for anyone and what they they thought that what they did was okay. Like, they were just like, well, I mean, we didn't really, I mean, it was our opinion. I get that. Yeah, you can have an opinion, but you can also be a jerk about it. And it doesn't become an opinion when you're like taunting and antagonizing someone and telling them that their opinion sucks. And then for you to sit there and say their opinion is babyish. And then for you to just sit there and like get in their face like this and just be like, who, why? So then we get some that were like, oh, I didn't do that. But then our admin looks at the video of them because we have cameras where we are. And yeah, they were. So needless to say, we didn't do movie day. So we ended up doing work in here. So yeah, that was pretty much my afternoon. So fun times. So now it is 3:51. And in about 9 minutes, we are going to start the gravy train. Sorry, I'm getting like texts and I'm like, we're going to start the gravy train of parents. And I think with the exception of our time, like our break time, we have back to back to back. So the plus side, we get through it fast and the day goes by like that. The negative side, it's just back to back to back. And my throat already stinks, like just, like this, I guess not stinks, but like the feeling of it stinks. And so, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I'll hit you guys up after conferences. Pray for me. Good morning. We made it. It is finally Friday. I am so excited. I cannot even begin to tell you how much I've waited for this day to come. I am super stoked to just be on Friday, half a day, on my way to fall break. So don't mind my outfit. You'll probably see it later, but I am a sloth. So today is pajama day at our school, staff pajama day. And so I bought this cute little sloth onesie at Walmart in Michigan about a month or two ago. And I haven't worn it. And so when they were like pajama day, I'm like, I have to wear this. I mean, I wouldn't wear these onesies to sleep. I mean, I think they're more just being cozy and lounging. But I don't know. I was like, skip it. I'm going to wear it. It's a onesie and I'll be really comfortable. And it's super cute and it's a sloth. I mean, look at this thing. And it has like a hoodie. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to put the hoodie on and like mess up my hair. But it's the cutest thing ever. Look at this thing. Oh my goodness. Like, ooh. So, yeah, I messed up my hair anyway. I should have thought about it and put a braid. Whatever. Anywho, yeah, so I'm just like super excited. Like I said, half a day. I think what we're going to do today, so yesterday we wrapped up the New England Colonies. The kids started doing their presentations, working together to do their presentations for the 13 colonies. And so we are going to do, so I know everybody's showing a movie today, and I think what I had thought about that, but then I was like, you know what, no. I was like, I want to do something. I was like, I don't want to just sit there. I'm like, I want the day to go by faster. So, I follow Freckled and Fifth on Instagram. She's awesome. And so she had posted some activities that she was doing with her kids this week, you know, just a bunch of like Thanksgiving stuff or whatever. And so she had posted this like Thanksgiving whodunit, and I thought it was really cool. And so she sent me the link, and so I got it this morning, and I think we're gonna do that. And the funny thing is that my kids are so like into theater, and they just did like a rendition of The Lion King for like the 5th grade, like all the schools in our district, the 5th grade, they all did like a, you know, like a thing of The Lion King. So I think that it'll be really cool, because when we were doing the Salem witch trials, they were all like, oh, we want to pretend like we're in the court and we're doing this. And I was like, I would have loved to have done that. I just didn't prepare it in time to be like, yeah, let's do it. So we didn't end up doing it. But this is kind of like that, where it's like, it showed like you have like, I think there's 20 characters, including the narrator. So I have 21 kids. One of my kids doesn't speak English, so he wouldn't necessarily be able to participate in terms of like reading the script. But I could have him participate in something else. And then, so that's really nice. And then I would probably be the narrator, or I'll have someone else do the narrating and I'll just watch the whole thing. But yeah, so it's really cute because on the screen it has different like parts. And so the kids will be able to, like, their part comes up, they read it, and then, you know, they act it out or whatever. And so they're supposed to just figure out who stole the turkey. So it'll be interesting. She said it's about an hour, like 45 minutes to an hour. So we're in school to 11:30. So we're so like my kids will come in at 8:20. We probably won't start till like after 8:30 because they like watching CNN 10. And so it'll be like 8:40-ish when we start. And then if we're done by like 9:40, I think they were watching this movie in my co-teacher's class about the Hispanic American astronaut, A Million Miles Away. And she said they didn't finish it. They had like 20 minutes. So she was like, I'll text you when we get to the part where everybody like stopped. And then I'll just have you bring them over and then we'll watch the rest of it. And then they'll go to specials. And then like the last 20 minutes, they'll be packing up. Well, I think we have library today. So they'll have library and then they'll pack up and go. So that's going to work out perfect. And then the rest of the day I'll be in school, but we'll just be doing like a couple of meetings and just pretty much getting our life together with grades and all that good jazz. So I am super excited. I hope you guys are having a fabulous Friday and you guys are super excited. Hopefully you guys are on winter break and you guys have that week off. I think a couple of people that I've heard said they had like to work Monday, Tuesday. My son has to go to school Monday, Tuesday. But I mean, yeah, I feel like after 4 nights of conferences yesterday, I'm just like, skip that life. I deserve these 2 extra days. So, yeah, so I will check in with you guys later, probably after the kids leave. And then, yeah, I'll check in with you guys at the end of the day. You'll see the dust flying behind me as I am like hauling behind out of school to go home and enjoy my week off.
Oh, the cousins look so gross. Hey, what is those papers? Guys, who's reading it? All of you. Yes, have to read it all. Excited to see their favorite grandma. Grandma, we miss you. No, you guys are all supposed to.
What is up, my people? It is 3:36 and I am out the door. I am leaving this establishment. I have waited for weeks for this to take place and I am gone. So, it was a pretty simple rest of the day. The whodunit was a hit. The kids loved it. They were really into it. I didn't really have many like people that were not into it. Everybody participated. It was really good and it was really fun. And then they ended up watching the rest of that movie that my my co-teacher, excuse me, they ended up watching the rest of that for the last like 20 minutes and they were gone. And then me and my 5th grade team, we went to lunch and then we came back and I went to a professional development for dual, which is what I teach, the English side of it. And then we did that and then I just hung out with the 5th grade team for the rest of the day and it was fun. It was a lot of fun and I was very happy. And it was just an overall great day and I could not be happier that I am off for 9 days and this whole week and I'm just super stoked, super excited. And I just hope that you guys have a great break. If you guys are working next week, hats off to you. But if you're not and you do have a whole fall break, fabulous. I couldn't be happier for you. And I just hope everybody has a good, like, you know, Thanksgiving and everyone gets to, you know, see family. And if you're not seeing family and you're just staying back, hopefully you get to spend time with your family and just have a great break. Take a break, get some rest, and just enjoy it. And, you know, I just hope that you guys come back refreshed. And even if you're not a teacher and you don't really get a break, I still hope that you have a great Thanksgiving holiday. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. So please like and subscribe this video and then press the little bell so that way you can get those notifications when I post the next week. I don't know if I'm going to be posting next week just because it's Thanksgiving break. If I do, it'll probably be like a time at home. But let me know if you want me to post something next week for time at home or if you're just okay with school content. Either way, let me know because I'll just be at home or on vacation, whatever we decide to do, because I know my boyfriend was really adamant about wanting to go somewhere since we're off for all this time. So, but yeah, let me know. In any event, I will see you guys in the next video, whether it be next week or the week after.